Welcome back. AIDS has become a major concern in Lesotho. It has contributed to the drop of life expectancy in the country, but the government and its development partners are doubling efforts to bring a change to the alarming situation. VOA's Khalil Gueye recently returned from Lesotho and has more.
The mountains in the outskirts of Buta district in Lesotho. Sita Ramanaman is what they call a herd boy. He follows the cattle and takes care of the herd. His country, Lesotho, the only country in the world resting entirely above 1,000 meters, is the highest country in the world and deserves its nickname of Mountain Kingdom. On the other side of the country, in the mountains of Senenkeng, Palesa has a 7-month-old baby. When she was pregnant, she discovered that she was HIV positive. Her husband died last year in August, but fortunately, her baby is AIDS-free. Palesa and Sita Ramanaman are both young in this country, rocked by the deadly association of poverty and HIV and AIDS and co-epidemics such as tuberculosis. Today, Lesotho has the second highest adult HIV and AIDS prevalence in the world at 23.2%. with an estimated 62 new HIV infections daily. 50 people die from AIDS-related illnesses each day. The reasons?
Maybe because the country are not being able to tackle new infection. Maybe the coverage of treatment. Maybe all the HIV positive person are not accessing to treatment.
We haven't really managed to reduce the numbers. We certainly went wrong somewhere, hence the new infections that we're having in the country, the high numbers that have just gone out of control, and it's a cause for concern.
But efforts are being made, and NGOs like Help Lesotho and LLPA, Lesotho Planned Parenthood Association, with the support of UNFPA, are working to reach out to people in the most remote areas. Sita Ramanaman, the herd boy, and Palesa now have access to the rights of young people, including the right to accurate information and services related to sexuality and reproductive health.
I know that the results are not at the level of expectation for the moment. The target is still small, limited to 1-2 districts, but the results are good. The results are really carrying a lot of hope.
I think that the country really is trying to educate people about HIV and AIDS.
Oh yeah, enough has been done. It's just up to us now to what we do with the information.
Today, the information is getting more and more to the grassroots levels. Not only people are better informed on HIV and AIDS, but also they're learning to live with it.
For more perspective on the HIV situation in Lesotho, Khalil Gueye joins me in the studio. Hello, Khalil.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. Listen, you just returned not long ago. The situation seems to be very serious, according to your report.
Yes, it is indeed a very alarming situation. And the situation has been worsened by the fact that recently figures are saying that Lesotho is the second highest HIV prevalence in the world, coming behind Swaziland, which is 26%. That is really serious.
Very, very serious. Listen, the Queen says so in the report, talked about, she said, and I quote, "We failed somewhere." What did you see in terms of the general sentiment as to where they fell, where the government or the health officials fell?
You know, since 2006, Lesotho has really developed one of the world's most ambitious programs in the fight against AIDS. You know, $26 million was put into the fight. And Lesotho had what they called the National AIDS Commission, NAC. That commission was disbanded a few years ago because it revealed to be very costly and really being a taxpayer's money. And because that commission moved really from its original mission
Yes.
to really a big burden. So now a new prime minister has been appointed, and the government is putting together what they called the LEHA, which is the Lesotho HIV and AIDS Authority. And this new body is really getting together, gathering all the tools to coordinate the action of the development partners in the fight against AIDS in this country.
So really putting a special emphasis on it. Now, do you think that the population is really in tune as to the impact of the HIV/AIDS on women, men, and children? Are they really aware of what's going on?
Yes, I've been all over. I mean, I went to the mountains where you have you have people who, like the herd boys, who have a reputation of being very violent, usually, and committing gender-based violence on women, because the boy you saw on this report told me that he used to be a perpetrator, that's his word, of sexual violence,
Okay.
But now he has been taught how to behave. And also going to UNFPA, LLPA, all those NGOs working with the United Nations are reaching out, as I said in the report, to the remote areas, and people are being really informed now. And you see that even in the streets, students tell me that things have been done.
Okay, Khalil, we have to leave it there. Thank you so much. Excellent reporting.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And my thanks to VOA's Khalil Gueye for joining me in the studio.